Through age 25, Zebidiah Funkbutter was becoming the Swiss Army knife of the work world, having held 141 different jobs. And even though Zeb was uninterested in being a part of McJob Nation, he didn't neglect the potential rewards for inventing useful items which benefit mankind. Perhaps he should have been more neglectful. Here are his impeccably ineffectual, inept inventions. Checkered paint. A rather gifted child, averaging straight C-minuses throughout junior high and high school art classes, this was a sophomoric idea with muted sales. Downhill Stairmaster. Zeb tried for 1.5 years, but sales stalled at 1. No exercise resistance, but plenty of customer resistance was the explained cause. Fireproof matches had high hopes for this hot concept, but sales never caught fire. Motorcycle seat belts. Even though it elongates when you pull on it, and it fits perfectly in a hole and good between breasts, this seatbelt idea never really clicked. Black highlighter pen. How's your day glowing? Zeb felt his felt tip pen was not a sharp Sharpie choice due to a technical term called blackout. Turnip ice cream. Dumbfounded with the marginal sales, Zeb decided to conduct a 336-person survey. 3 people liked it, and 333 kneeled before the porcelain throne. Umbrella with a skylight. The fact that sales did not go through the roof stunned the visionary, until a coworker reminded Zeb that dryness is also important. Flavored suppository also failed. Zeb attributed the failure to choosing an inadequate flavor. Should have gone with a licorice flavor like originally planned. Dehydrated water. This naive idea drowned in its own dimwittery. Speaking of ridiculous water ideas, naive spelled backwards is Evian. Non-stick tape. Sales collapsed from an all-time high of 1 all the way down to 0 sales. Zeb was distraught over the wildly divergent sales swings and shut it down. Silent alarm clock. How could this unobtrusive device go amiss? Time was not on Zeb's side, thus shuttering his dreams as customers complained of being late to work. Mesh raincoat. Zeb was over the moon when sales reached a total of 4, but there was no repeat business from the 3 mongoloids and an idiot. Engine Joe say, we take pee-pee break. Engine Joe say, break over. Diet celery was also a flop. Zeb's high hopes were gone faster than his self-esteem while attending a Lamaze class. With his knack for writing, Zebidiah reckoned he had a surefire winner. But when sales hovered somewhere in the ballpark of 0, he knew he had found his erroneous zone and gave it the heave-ho. Thought this innovative product had potential. There were 2 problems, however. The sharp darts surprisingly popped the dartboard, and Shitco Inc. was an ill-conceived business name. Being the polar opposite of Ginsu, Zeb severely misunderstood its usefulness, and the company went tits up within half a year. But he shrewdly saved the remaining inventory for his next bankrupt idea. Likely his worst idea ever, this backwards thinking product was such a bad idea that it got off to a slow start and remained there. Now let that sink in. A balsa anchor had the idealistic tinkerer extremely optimistic, so he bought $216 worth of Ecuadorian balsa wood. Zeb fashioned 1 prototype anchor and it floated. The mental giant was stymied yet again. changed his mind just as the plugs were coming to market, was concerned about putting too many enlightened folk out of a job. One more misguided, feeble, worthless, catastrophic invention flopped. Zeb expressed astonishment. I even put tassels on the pedals. Some of you are probably thinking, if stupid could fly, Zeb would be a jet. And you'd be right. He got stuck with 1,400 good-for-nothing towels. Gray matter is like air. Life's tough without it. Zeb gave this lead balloon of an experiment DOS boot within weeks of conception. Zeb was higher than Keith Richards on New Year's Eve as he finally hit the proverbial grand slam. He immediately sold his first run of 10,000 polygraph units, then immediately ordered 2 million more because he knew that the only time politicians tell the truth is when they call each other liars. Finally, some good had oozed from these Pinocchios, falsifiers, and truth dodgers who loved to claim it wasn't a lie, it was merely a reverse truth. Okay. Zeb failed the lie detector test also. However, he didn't fail at having a good time. Hope you did as well.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
In a world of spellbinding complexity, it's important to give yourself permission to relax your mind.